recover illicit assets and proceeds of criminal activities through mentorship, training, and support for legislative reform processes. Let me begin by expressing our gratitude to ICA in general, its representatives here present in particular, and facilitators of this important workshop. There is no doubt that this workshop is a much needed one to build and improve the capacities of individuals who and institutions which are mandated with the duty to fight against corruption in our country. In a world that is dynamic, with crimes that are evolving as a result of several factors, such as technological advancement, constant capacity building remains key in order to stay alive to complex crimes. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you to take this workshop seriously. Corruption is a global phenomenon that requires global solutions due to the globalized nature of its activities and the networks of the criminals involved. It takes joint efforts at local, regional, and international levels to win the fight against this menace and successfully recover the proceeds of crime. Globally, corruption and illicit financial flows are among the greatest threats that we are facing. They are endemic, systemic, and have permeated all known boundaries. Not only has corruption and illicit financial flows undermined economic development, but they've also served as a barrier to democratic development. Here in Zimbabwe, corruption remains one of the greatest barricades to the resuscitation of an economic thriving Zimbabwe and hinders the prospects of the attainment of our Vision 2030. It is endemic and systemic and has permeated all known boundaries. Corruption knows no boundaries. It is estimated that Zimbabwe loses about 1.8 billion United States dollars annually due to corruption. Such illicit financial flows are unacceptable and bleed the economy of revenue meant to promote sustainable economic development and the betterment of the livelihoods of all Zimbabweans. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, that we totally eradicate corruption in Zimbabwe and recover the stolen assets. Ladies and gentlemen, criminals and their networks should not be left to enjoy proceeds of crime whilst in prison or after serving their sentences. Since 2019, we have adopted a robust strategy that ensures that our focus and vision in fighting corruption should prioritize asset recovery. So far, we have recovered more than 100 million US dollars worth of assets, and the recoveries are still ongoing. The National Anti-Corruption Strategy 2020 to 2024 also has a specific objective on asset recovery, and this is ample testimony of the importance of asset recovery in the fight against corruption. In line with the regional and international legal frameworks on corruption to which Zimbabwe is a state party, we saw the importance of a well-coordinated asset recovery approach. In this regard, we have invited to the workshop representatives from all stakeholders in the asset recovery value chain. We have participants from the NPA, FIU, ZIMRA, and ZRP. The role bestowed upon you in fighting corruption is huge, and it takes undivided dedication and commitment to win the fight. Corruption is evolving due to its transnational nature, networks of the criminals involved, increased globalization, and technological advancements. Therefore, it is imperative that we continuously enhance our skills to be able to move with the evolving pace of corruption. Having such a workshop gladdens my heart because we are here today because of the severity of corruption in societies, and we appreciate this opportunity to share best practices on countering the vice. We are here to seek solutions to our problems, and it is my desire that this workshop will go a milestone in equipping you with the skills commensurate to best practices in asset recovery and financial investigations. Ladies and gentlemen, having skills to pursue recovering stolen money and assets and link suspects to each other is vital. I am advised that the workshop will focus on financial investigation skills, asset tracing and recovery, mutual legal assistance, and money laundering, among others. However, the training workshop will equip you with the skills, but it remains your responsibility as the beneficiaries to combine these skills and practical use in conducting your duties. The training has come at an opportune time when Zimbabwe is focusing on totally weeding out corruption and effecting asset recoveries on every conviction that is corruption related. As a nation in its economic recovery path, it is essential that we cut corruption at its roots and boost asset recoveries so as to ensure that there are no financial leakages in the country. This way, ladies and gentlemen, we will drive Zimbabwe towards a firm trajectory in pursuit of the attainment of our National Development Strategy 1 and subsequently Vision 2030. As I draw to a conclusion, let me highlight that we came up with a noble idea of engaging ICA. Let us maximize this opportunity that we are having and learn as much as we can from our facilitators and asset recovery experts so as to acquire the requisite asset recovery knowledge and skills commensurate to international best practice. It is my sincere hope that this capacity building program will go a milestone in boosting your skills in financial investigations and asset recovery. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to reiterate the huge role bestowed upon us in asset recovery. There will be blocks in your way, and some of the blocks are what I refer to as professional enablers, such as lawyers, accountants, and company formation agents, whose job is just to observe and hide assets from law enforcement agencies. However, with the skills that you will acquire from this workshop, combined together with efficient legislation, we surely can win the fight. At this juncture, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to declare this workshop officially open and at the same time welcome you all to this workshop. I wish you fruitful deliberations. I thank you.